I don't feel interesting enough. Like, who am I really even? And like, I think we get sucked into that, but it's like, that doesn't matter. You have a lot of interests. Are you reading a book? Do you like to go on walks? Like, what is interesting to you? If it's nothing you're doing, where is your like top 10 lists of places you want to go and why? Do you like a certain culture? What's your favorite food? Do you cook? Do you like restaurants here? Like, there's so many things to talk about, even when you're focusing your energy on only one thing.
Welcome back to Straight Candid Podcast
with Sid
and Soph, where we take pride in normalizing taboo conversations, saying the wrong thing, drinking too much caffeine, and talking too fast.
Here at Straight Candid, we live unfiltered. No edits, deletes, or drag and drops. Just two Minneapolis girls who hit record and keep it candid. Let's get into it.
Apple bottom jeans,
Boots with the fur, the whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. At the floor. Next thing you know, shawty now low. Are we rolling? Oh, he goes.
I honestly think
dirty.
That's our new intro music.
I think everybody loves when we sing because we're just such singers.
I loved your echo. Apple bottom jeans. Okay, we actually didn't know we were recording, but hi. What's up, everyone?
Happy Thursday.
Why are we singing that song?
Because...
Oh, yeah. Jordy went to Florida.
Jordy, did you go to Florida? Tell us what happened.
Oh, my gosh. So, I was in Cali,
if
right?
that wasn't the most Minnesotan, oh, my gosh, I've ever heard.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I went to Cali, visited some cousins, aunts, and all of a sudden, my younger cousin comes in. She's like, hey, you want to go to the casino tonight? Florida's there. And she's 18.
Wait, I'm surprised she is actually in on the know of like Florida.
Oh, I know, right?
Did you wear apple bottom jeans
and boots with the fur?
I didn't, but my aunts did.
Did they actually?
No.
Oh, great.
Cali, they didn't have their fur boots on them. But yeah, went to Florida. Somehow ended up on stage. He was dishing us out shots.
Wait, you were on stage?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, different times. He gave out shots in the crowd. He was like wandering around. And then got up on stage somehow. My little cousin was on my shoulders. It was best concert ever.
That is amazing.
You guys are hilarious.
I mean, we might as well start with Straight Candid moments, and you have one to share too, I think, right?
Yeah, I do.
Because you had a good weekend, right?
It was birthday weekend.
All right.
Ripped 25. So I know, feeling a little
thought you just said you ripped 25. Like you ripped 25 shots.
Oh, no. Turned 25. At Smack Shack? No, only was like 3, but tequila gets you always.
It always does.
But yeah, so I was meeting up with some friends at Smack Shack, and then I was going to meet with some other friends at Cali, and I'm walking down the street by myself, and it's a kind of like blizzard. I'm buzzing from the tequila, and all of a sudden I see these bright lights and cameramen like come up to me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And they're like, hey, we're with WCCO. Mind if we interview real quick? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Wait, you're like, yeah, I don't care what it's about. Let's go. What do you want?
Legit. I'm like, I probably should have asked before. They're like, all right, just state your name. And I was like, Jackson.
You didn't even have any idea what it was about?
No.
He's like, I'll jump on mic. Yeah. What? Like, get the camera on me.
I was like, why not? They're like, we just need one more. I was like, yeah, sure. Help you guys get out of the cold. They're like, they're shivering and stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they're immediately like, they're like, so like, what brings you out tonight? What do you have to prepare for tonight? And me not knowing what it was about, it ended up being the vaccine mandate.
Oh, yeah.
But I had no idea. I'm like, well, it's my birthday. So it's just leaving with some guys, celebrating. They're like, well, happy birthday. Are you getting some food? And I'm like, no, just drinks.
You're like, I'm drinking, man.
On WCCO.
So
on WCCO.
Plastered on the news.
Yeah. Luckily, I looked back and they cut out the parts where I was, a little eccentric. But looking back on it, I'm like, damn, that was a missed opportunity too. Because I could have said something.
Yeah.
So,
Jordy, you
I know.
gotta be
I'm
on
so
your
mad
toes.
because I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's a video where there's a reporter going, like, he's at the fair. He's like, hey, let's ask this kid. And he goes up and asks the kid, and the kid's just like, wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Oh, yes. I've seen that. I've seen that.
Classic. I'm like, what if I said that? Like, oh, life would have been made, peaked.
Or you're like, they're like, state your name. You're like, at Straight Candid Podcast.
Oh, Jordy.
Next time I know. A bunch of missed opportunities. I'm kind of rattled.
I don't know though. The beanie might have made the ladies go crazy. You might be getting hit up. I'd be surprised. You should go check your analytics, see if our followers went up after the WCCO moms have been watching.
Also, agreed. Did you get any DMs from our listeners for on your birthday?
1.
Oh,
ladies,
you
step
guys.
it up, ladies.
That man behind the camera is a man that you should know and
he's-
care about.
And let me tell you, he is single.
Ready to mingle.
Well, we don't know, but
Oh,
he's
maybe
single,
not.
so get in there.
Okay.
He's
ready to mingle.
he's ready to mingle.
Okay, ready to
Will you
mingle.
turn my mic up, by the way?
I got you.
A little bit,
and then can you turn my headphones down just a wee tinkle?
little bit. We forgot to do testing.
There,
1,
let
2,
me
3.
see.
Hey,
Test.
My-
1, 2, 3.
you're literally just touching every knob, and mine didn't change
Yes,
at all.
mine's
oh wait,
good.
wait, mine a little more. There, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Yep. And
Okay.
it's less of an echo. I just feel like there's an echo in here right now, and I don't know why. Anyone?
I agree.
Bueller? I don't know what that is.
I hear something, but whatever.
Something's a little awry.
Hi guys.
By the way, I was going to just address something real quick before we jump into the fun in the sun. We cut down last week's episode and just flagging it because we're always real with you guys. I put something on our story. That's why it was a fun mini epi. Honestly, it ended up being way better than it would have been. Like it was really good and it was shorter and right around that key, like 40 minutes that we like. But we just talked about a topic and we didn't hit every point that we wanted to hit. And that's all that happened. We didn't give the other side enough of a limelight. You know what I mean?
I think people are like, what do you mean? So like sugar daddy. We talked about sugar daddies.
Oh, yeah.
And like Sid said, like it was a great conversation because you've probably all talked about with your girlfriends. Like that's what Sid and I were doing. But I do think Sid has a good point. Like we didn't bring up like the actual harmful side of it, which is probably important to mention. So
and we did, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't like we didn't make it clear that the cons outweigh the pros. So we just were like, nah, we're not going to put that out there. We've got listeners like you guys who are in college or like around that college age and above. And it's still not a good idea. So anyway, that's what we were going to mention. But you want to know what's sad?
What?
I sent little Tay off to Barcelona this weekend.
Barcelona. She's going to have so much fun.
All I think about is the Cheetah Girls movie every time. Every damn time.
You gotta
Raven.
start like a mean it. Your mind.
It's not enough just to dream it. Yeah, my favorite thing is, Ami Barcelona at the end of the song, and he actually squeaks like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then he goes, oh, see. If you know what I'm talking about, he's on the steps. You know their friend that they met. Come on, you guys
know.
Come on, you know this part. But I'm so proud of her because she is a homebody and she's spreading her little Barcelona wings, and I'm just so happy and excited.
She's gonna love it right away. Then she's gonna get homesick, and then she'll get past homesick, and then she's gonna love it.
And then she won't want to leave when you come home. Yep, it happens every time.
I texted her. We had a good combo.
Okay, good. Oh, I need a. God, I love her. Oh my God, she's my little person. We had an amazing lift sesh the other day, by the way. Soap and I did, and we stayed at Lifetime for I think 8 hours. We were there, like literally, and then we went in the sauna and just sat there.
Hold on, we didn't lift for 8 hours.
Oh no, sorry. We were working on our computer.
Yeah.
We were like so ADD, and then we literally went in the sauna after, and we're like whispering, and I'm like, Soph, write down the workout in my phone. And we're whispering across
a couple other ladies in there.
There were like 4.
Yeah.
By the time, like
2 minutes later.
Yeah, 2 minutes later, probably all of them had left. I'm like, is it frowned upon to talk in the sauna?
We honestly didn't know the rules. So
I don't know
we
the
were
rules.
trying to find like a little poster with rules. We're like,
we did. We walked out. We're looking on the wall. I go, oh no, that's for the spa. No, never mind.
Everyone was looking at us. I actually had that written down for one of my straight can moments too.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, it was great because
that's a good transition anyway.
I was like, what the hell? We had like a little whisper and everyone stares, and then 2 minutes later we had it all to ourselves.
And like 3 people looked in the window, saw who were in there, and then walked away. I'm like, what?
Like,
okay.
These bitches.
I'm like, okay, what's wrong, huh?
Yeah,
what'd I do to you?
Sauna sesh kicked everyone out.
I don't know what we did. Is it rude, Jerdy? Is it rude to talk in the sauna? You know? And I'm not saying yell.
I feel
great.
like, well, especially after workout, like I would want to go and just, like chill, like meditate almost or something too.
I was getting that vibe, I'll be honest.
You just got to read the room, right? If it's a bunch of older women, then probably not.
Okay, the one person had their headphones in.
One had headphones.
The other woman had been in there for a while, and she was breathing heavier than I was talking. So I don't know. Like she was. She was just sitting kind of in the corner, like breathing really heavy, and I don't know why. Maybe that was her way of meditating.
Yeah.
But it was louder than my speaking.
It was hot.
She's probably hot. It was
Anyways.
hot. Anyway,
y'all
random.
enlighten us.
Sorry.
But yeah, we'll be more, if you were in the sauna, I don't know, we'll be more cognizant next time.
What I was going to tell you guys before the episode started, as we can call it one of my straight kind of moments, who does Dirty look like? Somebody, it just came to me. And I was like, oh my God, because I watched the movie on the Delta flight back from Mexico.
Wait, give me some hints. I want to like try to see
it's
if
a
I can
cartoon.
Figure it out. Okay, I don't know how
it's from Disney.
A cartoon. Okay, keep going.
Monster.
Is it something from Monsters Inc?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I don't like where this is going.
No, it's just your laugh. It's his laugh. Do you remember?
Little green man?
No, not the little green man. There's these guys that are like Sully super fans. And he's like, Sully, will you sign my back? And he laughs identical to you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I need to look it up.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't want to look it up.
Even that sounded like him. Literally, I don't know why, but it just came to me. And I looked over at Jackson. I'm like, he looks like that. He's a little monster. He's cute, Jackson. Don't worry. He's a little, like, he's a Sully super fan.
Any of these?
No, say like, hey, Sully.
You guys,
Here, I'll try to Google. Here, give me a second. I'll find it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I just Googled Sully sign my back.
I'm going to say Monsters, Inc. Sully
super y'all
bands.
I don't want to look. I am nervous now.
Okay, I'm going to continue on just so we don't leave.
Okay, deal.
But I do want to see if it pops up right now.
Oh my God. I'll watch the movie again tonight and I'll freaking show you guys. Yeah. But it's hilarious.
We'll post it on the story.
All right, fine.
That is so funny. I do know who you're talking about this. Wait, scroll up.
There he is. It's this guy. It's this guy.
Can you show it on the YouTube video? Bring it in.
That one on the right. He's like,
Sid, that is actually a very good comparison.
He doesn't look like you. He's a monster, Jerry. My God.
The mannerisms and everything.
The mannerisms and just like the goofiness and your
his laugh. Yeah. And the super deep voice that like is still like, what's going on? I love that.
Let's just say he has a great energy to him. Like he does. We love this little super fan man.
He really, really does.
Just like we love you, Jerdy.
Thank you,
okay, so I do have to go back to the sauna session just for a second.
All right.
Only because I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do I smell? Like, get in there. Like, just smell me.
Where am I sniffing?
Just in general. Do I smell like a little ripe? Like, be honest.
I don't think so. I can't really. You smell like clothes. So, you know what I mean? Everyone has a clothes smell.
Yeah.
You have that smell for you.
First of all, you saw me the other day, wore the same outfit.
Okay, yep, true.
Yep. So that's
but I
one
also
reason.
am wearing the same outfit that you. Yeah,
true.
Okay.
We rewear outfits, you guys. It's insane. Oh my God.
Why would I not?
Oh my God. I cannot believe that.
Oh my God.
The pants I'm wearing right now were the ones I wore in the sauna. And we worked out. And I didn't wash them.
Tell me, are you wearing underwear?
And no. And I worked out in them this morning.
No, you did not.
Yep. And I was supposed to shower and change before I got here. And what do you know? Time just got the best of me.
Time got the best. Do I have to give him another sniff?
That's why I was like surprised if you couldn't smell anything.
I'm not going to give him another sniff, but I believe you. I believe that you wore them.
Isn't that gross? I just had to share it because how candid of that?
That's candid and real. I will say though, I can't wear my leggings again because I don't wear underwear with them anymore. And I just get kind of creeped.
Well, yeah, and if as a female, you know, like
it's just
you got some discharge going on.
We're all friends.
We're all friends.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go to YouTube so you can look at us because we do a lot of weird mannerisms, and that's why we make a lot of our noises. Okay.
Yeah, people are like,
they're like, was that your only SC moment?
I have so many things to bring up, but I'm just gonna pick one other one.
Okay,
I think.
I love this. No, I like these. I like this shit.
I do too. Our intros are a great time.
I have a mutual moment for us, but you go ahead.
I think that's what I'm about to share.
Okay, go. You started off.
I've already brought it up to Sid because all of a sudden I go, Sid, I don't know if it's you or me, but like we have a mutual TikTok account through Straight Candid, and I'm scrolling every single, and I'm a personal trainer, so I do like to like occasional fitness videos because I'm like, oh, like that's helpful or that's cool. But I've been scrolling lately, and you guys, I'm not lying. Every single goddamn video is how to grow your glutes.
My bad.
Videos, TikTok, glutes, big booty, this, that, squats with this super sad, this. And I'm like, oh my God, Sid's gonna absolutely hate me. Like, I don't know how I fucked up our algorithm so much by liking like 2 fitness videos. And then all of a sudden I realized, because Sid was like, we should lift legs. Like, I'm trying to grow my butt. And all of a sudden it came together. I'm like,
oopsies.
Wait, it's you.
It is me. Hi, I'm Cindy K. I have a problem. I've been sending probably 300 workouts a day to my personal text that I will never ever do or read again. Yeah.
Oh, but we should talk about growing the glutes a little.
Wait, it's actually very doable.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how doable it is.
Yes.
And I like eating again. Eating was a chore for me for a while. It sounds crazy, I know, because I'm actually really hungry when I don't have to make it for myself.
Yeah.
But it was like, it became a chore. Now I'm like, let's fucking snack. Let's go. Let's get those carbs. Get that booty cheeks. Get that protein.
I've honestly never been able to relate to people that are like, oh, I forgot a meal or it's a chore. Like
it's a chore. It's not, I never forget it, but I know I should. I'm like, but now I'm like, oh yeah, let's snack till we drop, baby.
Yeah. But let me tell you this,
till we drop.
It is a good time since it's still cold out. Yeah. Like make sure you're eating enough, lift heavy. And then when summer comes, then you can maybe focus more on like going through a little cut if you really wanted to. But right now is a great time to grow the glutes. Just a little side note. So hit
get
it
that
up.
protein in. Get that protein in.
I know. Those hip thrusts and Sid almost shit her pants yesterday.
I did almost put my pants. Actually, I almost did it again today in the workout. I had to get off the treadmill and run away. They're like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "The bathroom."
Taking a shit. If you're wondering,
when you wake up and you work out, your body's like, clenching, and I had to use the restroom. TMI. Get out of here. Don't.
When I have to do a morning workout that involves cardio. If it starts at 8 a.m., I will purposely wake up at like 5 a.m.
to drink coffee.
Because I'll get some work done, drink my coffee. I have to take a poop.
Everyone needs the restroom. Yeah.
Before. So I wake up extra early.
You know what? That's a good and smart idea because otherwise you're left like running away and missing half the workout. So everyone knows you were gone for a little bit too long. Yep. So anyway, that's wonderful.
A little bit.
Yeah. Sorry about the TikTok. Sorry about that.
I've been trying to heart ones that are like funnier now too, so we can get it back.
Sorry, I really well, because I'm like, oh, this is good content. Oh my god, they really know what I want to see. And then I realized I'm like, I fucked the whole algorithm up. I'm my bad. Now I'm getting like athletic green ads like nobody's business, and I already use it. I'm like, geez, come on. Anyway, my straight can moment was from Mexico, and I forgot to tell you.
Okay,
it's just like a small one.
Okay,
but it's not fun when you're sharing a room with your partner on a trip. And everybody knows where everybody is the entire time. And you're like, I was like, I got to go do something really quick. Obviously, he's not in the room. I go downstairs. I'm taking my time in the bathroom. To be honest, I was just on TikTok scrolling, sitting on the toilet. You know why? Because it's my moment of clarity and peace. And there's no sound. It's just me, myself, toilet, water, and my phone. Okay. So I'm just relaxing. I'm down there. I don't know. I was probably down there for 20 minutes or so. I was down there for a while.
Sometimes it's nice to not be in a rush.
I was relaxing.
Yeah.
It's relaxing to sit. Okay. So I walk up and I forgot. I'm in my swimsuit and you sit on the toilet for 20 minutes.
Oh, and you can see the line on your, on the back of your legs.
On my butt, all around my butt, on my quads. And Jordan, I walk up to the pool, not thinking, mind you, I'm one of 2 girls on the trip. Okay. And she's not up there. Otherwise it's 13 men
who think girls don't poop.
Exactly. And I walk up and I go, I'm like, hey, and Jordan goes, babe, where were you? You were gone for a while. Uh-oh, babe, you've got some red marks on the back of your legs. What is that, babe? Is that from the toilet? And I was like, fuck you. And everyone is drunk and they're like, oh
my God.
I was so mad. I would have a filter for one time.
I would have done a sailor's dive right into the pool.
I should have just jumped off the other side of the home. I should have just done it. I was so mad.
Hands by your side, just dive right in.
The knife dive or whatever. Sailor, like a sardine. I was like, really? Might as well tell the house next door to go tell them they're outside.
That is
anyway,
so funny.
it was a funny moment. I totally forgot about it, but I'm like, God,
I love that.
Jordan, have my back. I got in the room later. I'm like, have my back. When something like that happened, he's like, well, I was telling you something was there. And I go,
in front of everyone?
I know that already. God dang. And then everyone had to get a look for themselves. Everyone's like, what do you mean? Oh, I got to look. I'm like, God dang.
Oh my
anyway,
God.
Okay,
well,
enough.
I'm in a new fling right now, and it's always like that awkward, like if there's any sleepovers or like, it's like, when do you poop?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you always got to eye out like their lobby. If they've got a lobby, maybe there's like a family room restroom versus like their personal restroom. You have to get strategic right away, man.
You got to be smart.
Yeah.
My friend always, sorry. Were you telling a story with that?
I mean,
no. I know. No, I just realized. I just caught myself interrupting you, and I go, "Oh my Sydney, God, wait your turn."
No, I love this. We're doing great. No, I was just gonna kind of update. Like the fling is fun, and like I understand how I feel like I understand clingy for once.
Because
I'm never like this. And I'm like doing my best to like, okay, don't text. But I'm like, it's just nice because I don't have to play a game, really.
Yeah.
And I'm used to just being like very chill and like forgetting to text for a couple days, but I'm like thinking about him a lot, you know?
You're a little cute. I can't wait to meet him, by the way. I haven't met him yet. Oh, cute, my little nugget. It's exciting to be excited about somebody.
I know. And y'all get to hear the little updates too. So
everyone get excited.
Okay.
So really quick, I have a funny story because it's current. And I don't know if anybody on TikTok has heard of hashtag West Elm Caleb. If you don't know who that is, go put that in your TikTok right now. Hashtag West Elm Caleb. So one of my friends called me and she's like, you're not going to believe I have a straight candid moment for you. And I was like, well, okay. And she was like telling me, she's like, I matched with this guy on Hinge, super different, like artsy, like he's in New York. So it's a New York guy.
Sexy.
And she's like, I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to go on this date with him. I've been so excited to go on the date with him. And then she goes, I go on TikTok and I see on my popular feed page, this girl talking about how this guy has been dating hundreds of women at the same time in the New York area called West Elm Caleb. And she goes to the guy on Hinge and goes to his profile and it says, Caleb works at West Elm. She was about to go on a date with him that day. Turns out he's been literally dating like over 200 women at the same time in the New York area and is an actual just douchebag. He'll like get somebody, use clingy styles and then get them to like obsess over them. You know what I mean? By like pulling, it's like that love-hate thing that you use and then just disappears and drops them forever.
I just Googled it and they're calling him the Hinge villain.
Yes. He's like literally like known in New York City as this like Hinge douchebag.
Like,
but my friend
serial dater.
Yes. Like bad. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hashtag West Elm Caleb. But
did she call him out?
She called him out, yes. But by the time he's blocked everybody that he's ever matched with. So he like deleted his Instagram. He deleted everything. Like he's like, you can't find him on social media right now.
Okay, listen. So it says, what resulted was a John Tucker must die situation in which women on TikTok united to take him down. It's fitting for the current boom in the early 2000s nostalgia, though in this case, the new girl in town recruited to break the jerk's heart. It was not a Britney Snow, but extremely willing. So he's like, he literally took himself off of TikTok now, apparently.
Not
he's
only
not
that, but he's literally got,
oh my gosh.
He had dated like a million like Instagram or social media influencers, like TikTok influencers, and like at the same time. Like he would sleep over with a girl, go on a walk with a girl, get lunch with a girl. Like, no, it is like insane. And she was like, my friend was like, I wonder why he's so like, let's hang out in this little window because he's really busy at West Elm designing furniture.
West Elm Caleb.
Yeah, West Elm Caleb. So anyway, I just thought it was a small freaking world because then I went and creeped that my friend was literally going to go on a date with him. And then she saw that day.
My biggest fear is dating someone who you don't really know that well and they end up being like a secret like serial dater and like you're just one of many.
No,
like
I know.
It's just that's why dating is so scary for me because it's like you can't. It's so hard to trust people.
I know, trust me. Even the person you're with though, you'll find things and you're like, oh, what the hell was that?
Yeah, you're right.
Like usually when you're starting to date somebody, you get in, you trust them a little bit, and then you see something, you're like, whoa, that was freaky.
So Sid, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How did you meet Jordan? Because this episode we are going to be talking about like how to meet people. So you're in a relationship. How did you guys meet?
So this is the piece that I don't know if I've told you.
Okay.
Jordan followed me probably just because we were in altar classes together, like likely probably yours.
Yeah.
And he had responded to my story of that little ZZ girl that dances and sings like her dad's a producer. You Google that too if you need to. Anyway, and he was like, oh my God, I love this little girl. And I remember I liked it and didn't respond because I just don't pay attention. I don't know. DMs, I just don't check them. And I'm like, I liked it, whatever. And then he responded to something else. And then we went to your last altar class and he was there, remember?
Yep.
And I didn't notice that it was the same person, worked out. He came up to you and was like, could you come on the boat like this weekend and also bring your friend Sid? And that's how I met him, through you.
So you said yes to a situation.
I said yes, but I didn't want to because I wasn't interested in dating. I was very closed off to it at this time.
Yeah.
But I knew that you knew him.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. And he lives in this area. Okay. And he goes and does similar things that I do. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go.
Yeah.
Who cares?
And
but it
you're
was
with
because
friends.
you knew him.
and you're with friends. Like,
and I wasn't going alone.
It's not like you were going alone. It wasn't going on a date. You just said yes to a social situation, meeting people.
The other thing is I hadn't heard any negative fluff or talk about him in the area. Yeah. Which is few and far between because I'm sure there's negative fluff about me out there even. So I would not that I would take that it would take it as a grain of salt, but that's how we met. And we met on the boat. It was a group setting. I will tell you, there was no instant spark. He started surfing. I was like, oh my God, my heart is fluttering a little bit, but not too much. And then we started texting and the interest was there. So I want to flag that you're not just going to have this immediate eyes lock when you don't know somebody and you've never talked anywhere at all. Yeah. That you're going to be like, I love him. Yeah. I love him. Oh my God. I'm fluttering.
I think we can talk about love at first sight, soulmates, and that little later on this episode. Cause I feel like we asked about that on our Instagram too.
Yeah. Wait, how did you meet your little fling boy right now?
So Hinge.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I've ever actually gone. I mean, I've went on one other date from Hinge, but yeah, it was Hinge. I honestly don't use Hinge to be serious about anything. I go on it when I want to kind of get some funny replies, validation, feels nice, whatever.
I know you're I'm pretty much.
I always get people that go, because you're in one of my pictures, I think, and people are always like, oh my God, this is my friend from, I'm like, sick.
Oh my God. But that's their in, you know that, right? They're using it as their
I should show you
I know her.
Yeah. But no, anyways, yeah, it was from Hinge, but I knew we had a mutual connection because for me, it's hard to not have the familiarity of some sort first. Yeah. Yeah. But
I get what you're saying.
I think this episode if you're burnt out with online dating, totally get it. It's been COVID. We've all been doing it. If you're single, I think we can focus on how to meet these men or these women or your significant other, whoever you're interested in the real world.
In the wild. Oh,
in
God.
The wild.
I will say,
way across the field. Across the field, there's a male specimen. I was trying to sound like
you were trying to sound like a nature video, like a National Geographic.
I didn't quite do it.
Here's a video of a man in the wild, gazing off in the distance. He likes to work out and walk on the beach. What woman will he find attractive today?
And he just ordered an I can't do it. I can't do it. An Americano.
Drinks an Americano and likes donuts when he works.
Wait.
He loves to go to coffee shops and work remote from his computer.
Remote.
I'm like, remote. Okay. I was trying to say it with the accent. Anyway.
Next time I try to do that, we're just flagging you. So let's go.
Remember, I like impersonating people. I have a problem. I can hear it in my head and I can spew it out. I don't understand.
That's great.
But it's but little parts of my brain turn off and that one piece turns on. Anyway, we asked, we did a poll on Instagram because you guys we were going to talk about it being in the wild, but talking about dating apps real fast. Can you meet somebody on a dating app? 83% of our audience said, yes, you can. Yeah. So there's faith out there.
Yeah.
So keep having that faith. It is possible. 83% of you said yes. But if you're not looking at being on the apps.
Dating app, by the way, episode 38, Hinge, do's and don'ts. It'll help you.
Very good episode.
But agreed. You can definitely meet people on dating app, but I just think people are hitting that burnout. So if you are, and you're like, how can I just put the odds in my favor in the real world as well? Here we go. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start? We'll kind of give each other space, I think, and do it.
You can go in first because I think that'll work better for what I'm about to say.
I can go in first.
Go ahead, go in.
Okay, so right off the bat, how to meet someone. I do think, first of all, keep in mind that the grass is always greener. I think you need to, no matter what, celebrate the phase that you're in. When you're single, you're going to want to be in a relationship. And when you're in a relationship, you might be like, oh, I do kind of miss my single days. So I just want to put that in perspective too. Don't be continuing to only look for someone because you're like, I know it's better on the other side, but just keep that in mind. Yep. Be appreciative of where you're at in the moment.
Absolutely.
But my biggest tip, I think, is to be approachable. I feel like a lot, just our day and age, everyone's running around so goddamn busy. And we expect people to be able to come talk to you when your head's down in your phone. You have a resting bitch face, which I definitely do in public. I'm not going to lie.
I do too.
You need to have an energy that's approachable. And I think that can actually go a long way. And I think you need to be confident in your day to day and slow down in general. At the coffee shop, talk to the barista a little bit, enjoy the moment. as you're going throughout the day and try to just almost like you're on vacation. I think, you know how you move a little slower, you talk to random people on the street, like that's like, just going to help you. Yeah.
You have an oatmeal today?
Yeah. I'm like,
I love the Starbucks oatmeal.
Like, what'd you order over there? Oh, cool. Like, yeah. And I feel like guys are so used to getting turned down. So, or maybe not feeling like they can approach someone, especially like Me Too movement. Like they don't want to come off as creepy. So I think validating, like even if a guy comes up to you and you're like not interested, to be like, thanks for your courage. I mean, you maybe wouldn't say that, but like, oh, I'm
good job, little guy.
Like,
I'm just kidding.
I'm just good kidding. Job, buddy.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, buddy, great job. But like,
thanks for your courage. Yeah, good boy.
Okay,
I was just being funny.
You could actually say like, oh my gosh, I'm flattered, but like, as Emerson would say, I'm flattered, but I'm all set. I'm all set. Yeah,
she's all set. You could say you have a boyfriend if you really don't want to explain, or like, you know, that's an instant like, oh, they have a boyfriend, you know, like hopefully they back down, he or she. But when you're talking about that being in the moment, if you're living like 5 steps ahead, you're not going to see what's right in front of you. Like you'll notice like when you have a bad day and you're moving so fast, you blink and the day has gone by. You're like, I don't even know who I saw, or maybe someone's like, I saw you driving out of blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I didn't see you because I was way too in my head. Slowing down, like you're saying, was one of the things I wrote down too. Because if you're not living now, slow down, take it all in. Life can be slow. Maybe practice meditating on your own and then go on with your day. Like you're saying, like into especially like a Minneapolis coffee shop, look up, smile at people, maybe say hi, comment on their dog, comment on something, like if they come up and they need to get a charger behind you, like and give them a little like something.
The worst that can happen is like they hopefully will like, you know, approach it in kindness and respond in kindness. But I will say that crap, I had a thought. Hold on. Oh, damn it.
I will say adding a joke in there, making a funny comment will help too. Sorry, not to like, as you're thinking about what you're going to say.
I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, moving on though from my other ideas. Okay, so, I remember. Also, you can be the one to ask. Yeah. Like as a dude, you're like, okay, well, if I'm present and send out this great energy, like cool, like people aren't just going to approach me. As a guy, like someone wrote in, even like 20 seconds can change your life. Like you can meet your person in 20 seconds.
It's called the butterfly effect, boys.
Yeah. Like say hi, ask her out, ask him out. Like maybe you don't ask him out right away, but like do something. Get a little flirty if you want, you know?
My thing is I've never regretted when I do something. I regret when I don't do something. Yeah. So if I saw somebody that I was intrigued with and I wanted to walk up to them, but I didn't, I'm like, frick, I'm never going to see them again. I've done that before. Or a girlfriend or whatever it is. Or like, I saw somebody I recognize and I didn't say hi and I regretted that. Yep. I'm never going to regret just going up and doing it. And
you think about it and you ruminate on it.
Oh yeah.
Almost like that hot girl in the coffee shop that I was attracted to a girl for the first time and I'll never see her again.
You didn't go and say hi, how are you? Or who are you? Yep.
And even now I'll never know if I like vagine. Yeah. I'll never know.
If you don't want to make the first move and to make it be intense, especially like get out of your workspace. Maybe you're working from home. Let's say we're in COVID right now because we all are. If you are lucky enough to work remote, go to a coffee shop, change your surroundings, change your day-to-day back and forth, like who you're passing by, you know, like you get a whole new crowd when you pick a coffee shop. Yeah. If that crowd is not something after 2 weeks, you don't really like it, pick another coffee shop. It's going to be a whole nother crowd of people. It's going to be cool. Yeah. And what I was going to say was how you're saying like you can be the one to make the first move, a guy or girl, whoever it is. It can be literally as simple as like, I walk past you, I say, I like that shirt. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, not to be weird, but we kind of have the same style. Like, just make it fun. Or like, I love that hoodie. I'm like, I know that company. I've seen it before. Like, just something very simple. And you don't even need to leave the expectations out of it. You don't need to ask for somebody's number. Be like, do you come here often? Or like, not like that, like not the pickup line. I'm laughing at myself after just saying that. But like, do you like, coffee shop, remote work, like I'm on my 7th latte. You know what I mean? Like just having a little wit with your comments and having a smile and eye contact will take you a very long way.
Yes.
Don't you think?
100%.
Don't you freaking think?
I do think so. You guys also wrote in and gave us some other tips and tricks. I'm going to share some that have come from my brain, your guys' write-ins, and it is, let me hold on this one. Okay, so
it is
okay, here we are. Someone was like, create a social calendar, and I thought that was a really good idea. Especially for someone like me who like feels so busy and burnt out, and I only have time for meetings, for I'm like, oh, I'll grab coffee, but we have to double dip. We have to talk about the podcast. We have to do this. But if you actually plan those hangouts, like a little bit of a meeting in your calendar, I think that could help. Increase your single social circle. So if you are friends with everyone that has a significant other, I think it is sometimes harder to meet single people. Single people gravitate towards single people, and then single friends invite single friends. So that's always a nice little addition to your friend group. Stop being afraid, embrace your flaws, and stop trying to be perfect. I think a big hesitation for a lot of people when they go into dating is they're waiting for something to change about themselves before they're ready to date again. Like, this has been my mindset in the past too. I'm like, sometimes I have a little body dysmorphia going on, and I'm like, well, I don't feel like cute enough to date someone, or they're not going to think I'm good enough yet. Like,
you don't feel pieced together.
I don't feel pieced together, but I think you have to let that go and just embrace it, because everyone has that same thing going on inside their head.
Absolutely. We're all, I mean, I have days where I feel great. I have days where I feel brutal, and that's everybody. And anybody who's obsessing over their looks is going to have that exact same thing. Like, anybody who looks in the mirror, anybody who has any sort of social media, you're likely reflecting or comparing at some point. So just know that that's a real thing, but try to pull your mindset out of it before it goes too deep.
And flaws in terms of like not only looks, like maybe it's something you've been like past trauma, or maybe it's yes, you need to work on yourself, but I think being honest with the person about your flaws or your trauma, or I don't think it should stop you from trying to make connections.
I think that everybody thinks that they're not interesting enough too. Like, that's something that I've sometimes struggled with too, even though my plate is so full. Like, I'm like, well, prior to this job that I'm going into, it's like I work for a healthcare company. Is that interesting?
But also, like, you can't associate like being interesting with how full your plate is either. You know?
You can't. I'm just saying, like, now we have a little things to, like, I could talk about this if I want to, I could talk about that, but it's like, I could have talked about all those things, even with just like my one healthcare job on my plate. Yeah. But you feel like I'm saying like that, almost like worthiness of like, oh, I saw on social media, this person is going on a bunch of trips and they have hobbies. They like to ski, and like they go on, I don't know, they have like a blog. I don't know. So I'm thinking of random things, but it's like, I'm like, I just have a healthcare job. Like, what else can I talk about? And then I like talk to myself down. I'm like, I don't feel interesting enough. Like, who am I really even, And like, I think we get sucked into that, but it's like, that doesn't matter. You have a lot of interests. Are you reading a book? Do you like to go on walks? Like, what is interesting to you? If it's nothing you're doing, where is your like top 10 lists of places you want to go, and why? Do you like a certain culture? What's your favorite food? Do you cook? Do you like restaurants here? Like, there's so many things to talk about, even when you're focusing your energy on only one thing.
If you have a 9-to-5, totally fine. But like, I think what we're getting at is like, there is something bigger than yourself, and like believing in that, and like kind of finding a bigger purpose in life other than your 9-to-5 job. Cause some people like us, we're like, okay, we want to love our jobs. Like, we want day to day to feel good. Some people are like, my job is stable and I like it like that.
Some people just want to make money.
Totally fine. But there is something more to you, and you know that. So like, you're worthy of that.
If your goal is to make a lot of money, go make a lot of money and like have a good attitude about it. You know what I mean? Like, or like embrace it and push people to like push themselves further too.
Yep.
I have a list of like,
I have one more.
Oh,
if I can share it.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So last one I have, and then you can share your list.
I wasn't looking at your list.
Fine. Is to open up your mind. So what I mean by that is, if you're used to going for a regular type and it hasn't been luck for you, like maybe switch it up. I think it's important to kind of get out of that comfort zone, and the person you think you're going to end up with now, maybe isn't who you're going to actually end up with. They might share some of your must-have characteristics, but they won't be the exact same. In fact, they'll probably be better. So that's why I think it's important to kind of just be open-minded and not always go for the exact same guy and exact same type, because has it been working?
Have you found the person that you're looking for based on your written rules?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not if you've got a list of written rules, which is okay. There are rules and there are things that you like,
boundaries.
These are much must-haves, whatever. But like, if you're saying like 6'7", brown-haired, brown-eyed guy, or like blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, whatever, who like does this, it's like, has that worked for you? Do they exist?
You might be surprised. Like,
and why are you like excluding looks only? Like, we can have a type, sure. But do you really? Or is that just what you've gone for in the past?
But I mean, it could also be like liberal or doesn't have dietary restrictions or like things, you could have this long list. And I think maybe pick 2 and see where you go from there. Cause like, for example, to me, being liberal is really important. I found that out very fast in my past fling. My past fling that I had. So but I had to give up some other ones. And I'm like, okay, it actually isn't bothering me as much as I thought it would. For example, the guy I'm seeing now, he's vegan.
Yep.
And I'm a huge foodie. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Like, but I cannot be eliminating someone off of veganism because he likes the environment. Like, how fucking cute is that?
I know. I literally looked at him, I'm like,
yeah,
he's going to teach you how to love broccoli, my love.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So,
even like thinking about like, okay, I'm starting to see people out. Dirty's laughing at me. I'm seeing people out and this guy asks you on a date, okay? Maybe he's not quite your visual appeal. Yeah. Maybe you have the same hobby in one area. Take a fucking wild card risk and go if you're up for it.
Who knows? Maybe there's a guy next to him at the coffee shop that you're into. Like,
you don't know.
Say yes to situations.
Say yes, but don't overdo it. Like, say yes to what your plate can be full with. But the minute you overdo it, and I've done that, and I was like, almost like happy houring it like every day with people, guy friends, girlfriends, like maybe people that I wanted to meet. It was too much. I had too much going on. I never even had time to think for myself and evaluate, what do I even want? I'm like going on serial dates. And I don't even know what I want. That's dumb.
And I think also going into the dates, like if someone were to ask you and they're not your typical type, if you were like, like I'm down to get coffee as friends and take everything as like a friend situation at first and seeing if you actually make a genuine connection with like a friendly vibe, there's not that much pressure then either.
I think the success comes there too. Yeah. Like if you make friends with them and then you know them and then you make it like a relationship, sexual vibes. That's fine.
Okay, what you got for me?
Okay, so I'll run through my little written list. A lot of what we said crosses over, so I'll just keep it quick. But I think we read through, excuse me, I have the hiccups, how to meet someone, and let's give our one. Was that a
Sid?
Don't oh my God. Even. I'm gonna whack in the forehead.
You got some hiccups.
Quit. We're gonna give one idea for each of these each. So really quick, we'll go over here. How about this?
Okay.
So I'm
nervous.
Say, okay. So how do you meet someone when you want to date someone older? I would say go to a bar, maybe sit alone and sit up at the bar and be curious and if you want to looking for an older man, queuing, I feel like brings an older crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Go sit at the bar there. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm not prepared for this, but I thought of a really good one.
Okay.
Date someone older. If you're a girl, go to a golf club.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to practice my putt.
Not only are they older, but they're probably rolling in the dough.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. It says the guy that rolled up in the Chevrolet. Okay. And then let's go every other. So how to meet someone when you're introverted and shy. What's your one tip?
I would say make the first move. I guess that's not really meeting someone who's introverted or shy, but dating apps are probably good for people that are a little more introverted and shy.
Put yourself out there one time, see how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How do you meet someone when
not meeting someone who is introverted?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are introverted and shy.
Oh, if I was introverted. Yeah. I would definitely go with the dating apps and make a social calendar and make myself say yes to situations. Okay.
I like that. Okay. How do you meet someone when you don't drink or don't go out to the bars? I would say surround yourself with single friends, go on like brunch dates and like be fun. You know what I mean? You can still go to those settings without drinking. Also workouts are really good. Going to like Highland in the winter here, going to like a pond hockey tournament, like places where you can meet people. People might be drinking, they might not, but you can still be there and hang out with a good group of people and meet new friends.
Also, like, what are your interests? Just go, like, you like rock climbing? Okay, join a rock climbing club.
Yeah. Be intentional about it. Okay.
How to meet someone when you work too much. Don't work so much. But actually, like, make time for things that are important.
Get away from your computer.
Yeah.
How do you meet someone when you're trying to get over an ex?
Get over your ex.
Spend time processing why you're getting over them and why that wasn't the right relationship, and then open the door more so to friendships, new friendships first before you dive into looking for somebody else to fill your hole, because that hole's not going to be filled. Don't you dare go there. Anyway.
Fill that hole, baby.
Fill that cup. God damn it.
How to meet someone when you live at home. Okay. I think same situation. You can still join clubs, still join stuff you're interested in, go out, make friends, go say yes to any situation. Yeah.
Work from a coffee shop.
Yeah.
How to meet someone when you're still in school. I mean, there's people literally around you that are young, your age. You're probably, maybe you're not living on campus,
that's
but
the best place
it's the
to
best
meet.
place to meet. So just open your eyes. Make friends that are people that you relate with, not the people that will get you something socially or you like in a social setting, like drinking setting, I should say. Actually be intentional with who you're hanging out with and who you're spending your time with.
I like that. I'm going to let you do the next one because I don't quite understand. I'm going to do the following one. How to meet someone when you don't trust this. When you don't trust anyone.
You missed this one.
I know it's because I was going to let you do it because I don't quite understand how. Okay. When you don't trust anyone, I think, you got to go to therapy. You got to figure out some of your shit first, or at least be honest with yourself about that. And I think you need to believe the good before you believe the bad, like innocent till proven guilty, even though it's harder to say than do. But like, I definitely have walls up with this new relationship because I'm so used to like not trusting people, or I have like this like internal like, oh my God, like what if, but you can't live like that. So I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. Okay. Want to meet someone when you want to try the same sex. So this is the one we were talking about. We were going to have it in a different episode.
Okay.
And your advice and my advice was to go on a solo trip. So let's say you usually date men, but you want to try to date women. Go on a solo trip. Let's say go to LA because it's or in New York or like a city like that. Go solo. Set your Hinge profile, your dating profile to the same sex if you're curious. And let's say you don't want to be around friends, and go on a date.
Now I know why you want to solo travel.
Yeah. She knows me too well. No, but it's okay to be curious.
Okay.
Remember we talked about this like 3 episodes ago and we never put it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just figured
like
it fell under the same umbrella.
And also like, I mean, I'll be honest, like I'll give something. You don't have to go on a solo trip. Like for me, I still haven't like obviously hooked up with a female. I've been curious, but like I was out and I spent time kind of like dancing with a girl, and it was like more of like a sexual vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just put yourself out there. Like I didn't really care if people were watching.
I was
like,
gonna say,
I don't care.
That's the thing is people might be like, well, what if my friends see me? Like my friends think I only date girls, or my friends think I only date guys.
And then you say on a podcast, I don't know, I was curious, figuring it out.
Just being curious, damn it. God dang.
But yeah, for dudes, if there's like maybe some stigma and you're like are afraid, I think that's a great in general. Okay. I love that, Sid. That was a fun little game.
Thanks. I wrote it. Okay. So a few of my tips that I was going to talk through, and then we can transition to another piece because I think that's perfect. Just a few things to mention that I feel like I've tried to keep in mind. You have to love yourself first. That's the most important thing. If you don't love you, you can't invite other people in to love you. You got to love you, even though we all have things that we don't love about ourselves. All right. You have to know what your flags are, because if you don't keep those in mind. So for me, like if somebody is not giving me full attention and like it's hard to plan with them, or like I can't tell if they like me, like when we're starting to see each other.
Knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
That like I cannot be blinded if they're attractive. Like, oh shoot, I like him and he's really attractive, but he's giving me like college vibes where like they don't text you back. They kind of flake. They're not making plans. They say, I saw a TikTok on this, like, hey, yeah, we can do something this weekend or something. And then it all the way comes the weekend. You haven't really talked and you're like, so we doing something this weekend? Or like, no, if they don't give that initiative, it's done. And even if they're attractive and I'm intrigued,
it's your
over.
Flag. Okay.
Yeah, that's my flag.
Got it.
Like giving the attention up front. That's an example. Okay. So then don't focus on the negative or the worry right away. Like it doesn't help at all. I told Soph this and I've mentioned it a few times on the pod. Glass half empty, not glass half full. Or excuse me, what? Glass half full, not glass half empty, because
we love being pessimistic on this podcast.
If you plan on the negative happening and prep your brain, it won't prep your brain like you think it will. It will literally won't make a difference. So stop obsessing over the negative. Even if it does come, you're not going to be prepared for it. So focus on the positive. If it isn't convenient and easy right away in the beginning, it's not right. Like don't pressure something. If it's hard in the beginning, in the most easy, optimal time, don't waste your time.
That is a lesson I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Because like, my last fling, it was like, it just kept pushing. I'm like, well, he says this and that's nice, but then he does all this and that's rude. And like right now it's like the complete opposite. Like you should literally feel like you're floating in the goddamn clouds.
Yep.
It should feel good as fuck. So,
and you need that and you deserve it. So
especially at the beginning of
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Fling.
Smile and say hello to everybody. That's something I said earlier, so I will keep it at that. Make fun comments to the people around you, like even at the coffee shop, like bug people. It's fun. Like make your circle bigger. Like have people notice you just by smiling and being fun. And don't be afraid to DM and be bold or like comment on what they're talking about to make a connection. Like if somebody stories something like fun and you're like, oh my God, I love that guy, or like, oh, that's a funny comedian or whatever. Like just take a risk. What is there to risk? Literally nothing. So do it. Pretend they're a friend that you're going out to dinner with if you're intimidated by first dates. Like,
oh yeah, we said that too.
Remember? Yeah, like you said that too.
Yeah.
It's not intimidating if they're just a friend. You're evaluating them while they evaluate you. So just chill for a second.
It's also nice to do that because then you find out if it's actually an emotional connection versus like a physical connection.
Yep.
Because there's so much more to obviously a relationship. And I think a lot of times you get infatuated right away by like the sexual tension or chemistry. Yep. So it is kind of smart to like go about it that way, I think, for sure.
Absolutely. And finally, if you don't take the time to make it happen, it won't happen. It's up to you to make the time for it. So make the time. Otherwise, you're not going to have it.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
Yeah, that's my little list. Yeah.
So kind of going back to you saying like with Jordan, like it wasn't like an immediate like, oh my God, love at first sight. It's undeniable. Like we are soulmates. And you knew in the first 5 seconds of meeting him. We definitely want to talk about soulmates. Because I'm on the same page. I think you can be attracted to someone and that doesn't necessarily mean you're soulmates, obviously. Yeah. But I'll ask you first, do you believe in soulmates? Do you believe in one true soulmate?
So I only believe in soulmates in a matter of you have many and that can be in a certain time period of your life. So the answer is no. The answer is no from me. I don't believe that that's a thing.
It's a no for me.
It's a no for me, dog. No, because I think that when you're in different parts of your life and it all depends on if you can continue to hold that and you're seeing your lives go parallel and it still is fulfilling all your cups.
Yeah.
But like my soulmates, if I believed in soulmates, I met in like college.
Yeah.
Like that was my first love, like la la la, like not my soulmate. You know what I mean? Like that's not how it works. So my belief is no.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it can happen like maybe when you're 24 and you find somebody that matches you.
Yeah.
But that only will hold true if they match you through the rest of your life and they're giving 100% and you are too. I think you choose them and create them. And someone wrote that in and I was like, that's exactly what I believe. How about you?
Yes, I agree with pretty much everything you're saying. I think the term also is kind of funny, like soulmates, because it does insinuate the fact that like there is a higher being like arranging these souls to match and that you are there for the rest of your life. So I think if you believe in something, a higher being, maybe it's God, maybe it's some deity, I don't know, but like you believe that someone up there is arranging and organizing for you to meet for the rest of your life. So there is like almost a religious aspect to it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So for me, I'm like, no, I don't think that there is one person that I am meant to be in love with. I think like you said, yes, it's like creating a soulmate sometimes like it, I think there is more than one. And I think it comes down to realizing that love is going to be work. And if I feel like sometimes if you think there's a soulmate and you hit like a little rock in the road or a little bump in the road, it's like, oh, well, I guess this isn't my soulmate. The one.
There's
like,
someone else out there.
I better like get a divorce or I better break up. And it's like, that's not always what it's like. And I think you do have to work on it. So for me, no, I don't think there's one particular soulmate out there.
I think that different people can believe that there is though, depending on what they find.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 64% of our audience said that it's 100% a thing.
I was just going to ask, what did our listeners say?
They said 64% yes. There's a soulmate. I believe in soulmates.
But then everyone had they're like, yes, but.
Yeah. And I was going to say, but I should have asked, have you found your soulmate? That should have been my next question. I forgot. Yeah. But anyway, it's like, it is possible. But I think that if you're the negative type, I'm just a realist and I think you are too. There's another side of that though, of like, if you're a negative person, and you're like, there's no such thing as soulmates, I'm going to be alone forever. And that's your mindset.
Yeah.
You get what you give, right? I believe in that. You put things out in the universe. That's what you get back. So you need to adjust your attitude and think of the hypothesis or a possibility that you can meet somebody that fills your cup 100%.
I kind of think of soulmates is the same way I think of my horoscopes. Like You know what I mean? Like every day.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like, wow, my horoscope today says I'm going to die.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Whoa, no,
sorry.
not that. My horoscope says today that I'm going to have have an abundance of wealth.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay, I bet I'm going to make a little money today.
Yeah.
So I like manifested a little bit. So I think
that's manifesting. Yeah. You're putting out what you're going to get in.
Yeah. It's like the energy you put out. And I think it's like what you believe. And if you think someone's your soulmate, like, and you put the work in, like, sure, they can be.
Exactly.
And I think falling in love, like there is something profound about falling in love where you do really feel touched by magic, and maybe no two people are ideally the perfect match, but there's something special about the two of you as a couple.
No, agreed.
And that has the value.
There's magic in my current relationship. Like, you have to give the effort. You have to both be matching that effort, though, because you can have a spark in the beginning and then realize that other person is not going to put in the effort that you're going to put in.
Yeah.
And that's when the relationship fails. It's not because that was your soulmate and it didn't work. It's not because there's technically like a soulmate out there for you. That means that at that point in your life and at that point in their life, you guys were not a match and you were not each other's people. And therefore it ends. Okay. And then you open your door back up to somebody new.
Yeah. There's multiple paths.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But also keep in mind that, like, if you are in love right now and you're like, this, I don't know what y'all are talking about. This is my goddamn soulmate. Like, if that causes you to love more deeply, don't let anyone talk you out of it. Like, no, like it's all you. It's literally all you. And me putting out there that there's no soulmate for me. Likely, maybe I won't look as deep, and I won't ever believe that. But I really truly believe that you can have different soulmates at different times in your life. They can be friends. They can be not friends. Like, different types of soulmates. But like, for instance, my parents were happily married for a very long time, each other's soulmate. Now this is TMI, but my mom is dating somebody new. And I think maybe this is her soulmate during her current life right now, but that was her soulmate back then. Yeah. Like, I think there can be different. And maybe that's a project, or what's it called? Something of a divorced family. What is that word? I'm really struggling. I need to read a book. For real. God. I would help you if I knew. Like, if you're like explain it. Like, this is, I had divorced parents and I am the blah, blah, blah of prophecy. No. Sure. The prophecy of divorced parents. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just more of a realist because of that. But that's why. Yeah. If you see your parents love so deep, that means they're 50-50. Maybe they're soulmates, but they've been putting in that effort for forever. Yeah. Boom. Goes the dynamite. And even if I'm like, I do believe in something bigger than myself, for sure. I do. Sorry, I was distracted by that. We're at 1 hour in, everyone. I do believe in something bigger than myself. And like, part of me is like, yes, everything happens for a reason. I think you meet people for a reason, or you learn something from it. Agreed. No matter what, like, even if you don't believe in Jesus or any sort of religion, like, I think you have to take that out of meeting people. So just keep that in mind. No, I'm glad you threw that in there. Right. I have to ask you, do you let past trauma affect your new relationships / connections? Oh, we're talking about this too. No, I just wanted to like say the thing and just like where we're sitting currently with that. I honestly haven't had. Yes. Okay. Yes. And I think when people say trauma, immediately everyone's like, well, no, I'm very blessed. Like, I'm lucky to have this life. But as Molly Hale mentioned early on, we started this episode, this podcast, she mentioned little T trauma, which is like, everyone has a little bit of trauma in their life. Like, mine comes from maybe like a strict dad or like your childhood, and that affects your relationships now. So, yes, I do. I think people that said no to this, someone replied this to, are lying. That's what they said. And I kind of agree. I think it does affect your new relationships, but I think it comes down to being honest with them and also making sure you're working on it. So like, for me, like, I've dug into therapy and how my childhood, kind of stems into the type of guys I'm attracted to, or why it's hard for me to like let my walls down or trust someone or that kind of situation. So yes. What about you? Yeah. I mean, 68% of everybody on our, Instagram said yes, they do. I do too. I mean, it causes insecurities. It's subconscious sometimes. Like, whether you know it or not, it's shaped who you are now. Whether that trauma just be like, you've been cheated on, you have trust issues, or like stemming back to your past, like you were saying, it's a part of you. So it's going to be a part of your relationship likely. And that's okay. Yeah. As long as you're aware of it, open communication, and you're working on it. Yeah. But don't drop the negativity on somebody new just because that's what you're used to.
That's not fair to the other person.
I'm honestly curious, like
what?
The people that answered no.
I mean, maybe they have really good self-growth and they are more like a fuck it, but
I know, but like I think it was yes or it was no. I leave it. Mm-hmm. Like you can't just like, leave it. The fact that my previous 8 boyfriends has happened to me, cheated on me. I don't have any trust issues now. Not at all.
Like, no, I know. So, I'd be surprised, but maybe their trauma isn't as large.
Yeah, you're right.
You never know.
You're so right.
Or they don't have it. That too.
Yeah, that's a good point, Judy. Very good point.
But I think everyone has a little something. You don't know you do. And I think once you start going to therapy, you figure out why you're the way you are. And if you don't think you have a trauma, I would dig a little deeper.
I went to therapy the other day for the first time in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
And literally even sitting on their little couch, I realized I was talking through a lot of things. Yep. And I was like, hello again. And my chest got tight just being there. Cause it was just, I don't like to talk about my issues. I like don't, I don't have issues, as my eye was twitching on her couch and I knew I was fidgeting with my fingernails. And she was like, she would look at my hand and then she'd go to her notebook and write it down. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, God.
Honestly,
anyway.
I was going to say, I love how therapy now is ever since COVID, I love how doctor's appointments can just be online and it's so easy, like a goddamn Zoom session for my therapy. Easy.
I know.
But I was chatting with my therapist the other day and she was like, I mentioned something to her. She's like, you can always come in person too. And I was like, I bet you like when clients come in because you can read their body language a little bit, because I noticed like them staring intently at you even on Zoom. And I was like, well, I'll give you a little detail. I was like, see my nails? They're bit to the bone. Like that's what happens. I'm picking my nails right now. I'm tapping my foot. If you're wondering, I'm sweating a little bit.
I know. I'm
getting
sweaty.
Hot. There's tears in my eyes. So if we were in person, that's what you would see. And she was like, great.
You go, good. Perfect.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not trying
this
to cry.
episode's getting long.
I know, but I like it.
Me too.
I have something to say because, Valentine's Day is coming up and I wrote you a poem.
Got a little something for me. A little something.
Roses are red, violets are blue. We love a gift the man in your life will actually use. Valentine's Day is coming and we know just the gift to give that special someone in your life. This V-Day, it's time to give him a gift that 4 million men worldwide trust from Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming. Use an exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the code CANDID20 for your 20% off plus free shipping.
This package also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer to whack all the worst of his weeds. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts: their shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs that are built for comfort.
Oh my God. Treat him and yourself to the formulations that will have him smelling amazing.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code CANDID20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code CANDID20. Give him the best gift this Valentine's Day, y'all, from Manscaped.
From Manscaped. Okay. Super easy gift if you can't think of anything, by the way, everybody. So get on there, go to manscaped.com, go do it. What? Don't know what that was. Anywho, coming up very, very soon, which is actually kind of scary how quickly it's coming up. We're going to still have a Lululemon event February 5th.
Fuck. I ain't ready for that.
Both oh shit.
I'm excited, but I didn't know it was that soon. What are we
doing?
Up?
It's going to be a workout at the Lululemon in Mall of America for Women's Day, but we're doing it on a weekend so more people can come.
Oh, I love that.
So more details to come this week.
Not only for women. If you want to support women, you better get your ass there too.
For Women's Day, but it is not yet. You can bring your mans. You can bring your friends, your siblings, whatever the hell you want to bring. We're going to work out. We're going to get pumped up and it's going to be really fun. Okay?
That's fun.
Really quick question for you and we're ending. Is it okay to bring pickles on the plane? Yeah, that's right. I hate you with a curveball. Is that okay? Think about it.
This is something I would totally do.
I knew it. You liking wearing little stinker pants.
Yeah, I would definitely bring. I've also brought hard-boiled eggs on a plane before.
You're not that guy. You are not.
I fucking love pickles, man.
You're the type of guy that would bring the bag of pickles, open it just a little smidge, and then look around.
Do they smell bad?
Yes. The air is circulating. I was on the plane.
Pickles, I'd be like, yo, can I have one of those pickles?
Some lady brought pickles and it was stankin'. And I love pickles.
Was it a jar?
No, it was like a baggie. And I was like, snack pack. And I'm like, no, that's stinky.
The best invention.
They're good though.
The best invention, I guess not an invention, but the best product ever made was like those gas station ones that you can just get one pickle. And you're on the road and you're like,
I want a pickle.
All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I need a pickle.
Yeah.
So you pull over at the nearest gas station, and what do you know? Gas stations have a singular pickle that you can shove in your throat.
I'm a meat sticks and aged cheddar kind of gal, and they have that too. Oh, baby. I will say, one random thing is when I was sitting on the plane, I noticed this. Everybody, I'm afraid of turbulence, so I'm grabbing the seat handle like this. Like
turbulence.
You're okay. What in the Christ is going on right now? You and I in the plane are polar opposites. I love
turbulence. Makes me sleepy. I'm like,
I'm horrified right now.
That feels so nice.
Turbulence makes me want to pop a Zanny. So you need to, whatever's going on with you, you need to give some of that to me. All I was saying was we were on the plane and it was really turbulent-y, and I was like clenching my butt cheeks, clenching my hands on the handlebars, and I'm looking ahead and everyone's just asleep. Everyone's heads are going like this. Yeah. Why is it so casual?
It feels
like everyone's heads are flying around, and I'm like, everyone's pretending like they're sleeping and they're comfortable right now in this turbulence, and that is a lie.
And really, they're just crying inside.
No, they're freaking out, but they're like, I'm just pretending I'm still reading this book, even though my book is flying side to side.
Funny you say that, but my head would actually be bobbing, and I would actually be asleep after I ate a handful of pickles. So
you horrify me. She horrifies me.
We do have a straight can moment, listener, but it's a little longer, so I think I'm going to save it for next episode.
That's fine.
Because I feel like we can just keep chat about the randomest shit, and we got to just wrap it up today.
We won't make this too long for you little commuters, huh?
They're like, why? We like it.
No, you'll have to come back next week. Everybody, we love you. Keep sending in your straight candid moments. Please email them if you can, straightcandidpodcast@gmail.com. That makes it a lot easier for us. Gracias. I'm Candid Sid at Candid Sid on Instagram.
I am at Candid Soph. We are we are at Straight Candid Podcast. I was going to say the
Straight Candid Podcast.
And we got our man Jordy in the house.
What up, Jordy Dude?
I also have to say one more thing. Because we talked about poop a good amount at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
And Adam, one of our other producers for Straight Candid, shout out Adam. We love you. He gave us a really good merch idea a while back.
Oh my God.
Do we remember what it was? Was it just girls poop period? Like white lettering on black shirt, or was there something else?
It was a beanie though too, I think. There was one more comment. I wrote it down. If you guys have
good ideas from like what we say on the usual for merch ideas, like we're definitely trying to hit some merch up soon again. So let us know.
Read the room. We got some good ideas coming. So keep your little ears and open, okay? You can always buy a hoodie in our link in our bio. Remember, just scroll down. It'll have the little hoodie logo on it.
How are we doing on like product for that? We still have some larges.
We have some larges. We have a few extra larges. I think we have some smalls, and there's like 2 mediums left.
Love that.
So we actually have a few of everything. So I'll find
be honest,
something.
I have a small and a large because it depends what vibe I'm going for.
Yeah, I know. I have a small too, depending on what I want to wear.
So if you have a large, get a small too. Why not?
But we love you. We hope that you love this episode. We love you guys. Okay, so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for being here.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye. Hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, I'm hungry and I have to tinkle my winkle in Sid's toilet.
Oh my God.
You're gonna tinkle your winkle in my tinkle winkle tinkle. What a rhyme on the dime. Isn't that a crime?